Hi everybody, I'm just going to be talking through this demo of the Graffiti app that I'm working on. So I'll just show it to you now. You use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. There's this little side map that shows whereabouts in the world we are. This is just a reconstruction of the street that I live on, just as a starter, to give an idea of how the interface works, and just to allow people to have a play around with it and see what they think of it and give comments and just test things out. So holding down the Alt button allows you to rotate when you drag your mouse, like so. Mouse wheel to zoom, as I say, click and drag to move, and so you can look around the area that you're the area of the street from here. You can see this graffiti down here. Now from here, I think, as you can see, the idea is to have this sort of like SimCity style isometric 45-degree view on the whole of Newtown, the whole of the area that I'm looking at. Gets a little bit funny when you have tall buildings like this and a thin street, so it can be a bit hard to see what's on the other side. I don't know if I should try increasing the angle or what. I do like the fact that you have this start out view, which is a little bit like a computer game, very abstracted. But what you can do from here is click on a wall that you want it, so we can zoom in, you can get a bit of a better view from it from here. But if you want to look at it in more detail, you just click on it. It will zoom in, and then you can move around using the zoom and the move controls that you were using before. Zoom in and out. Alright, so this image isn't super high resolution, but if I click once, this is probably a interface element that needs to be improved and made a little bit more intuitive. Clicking activates these individual detail shots, so you can go from something which is like quite low resolution. Just zoom into this particular part, and then we have a much high resolution version where you can read that it says honey bunny and see the details a little bit more. And then just click outside of the graffiti of that particular wall to exit. Just going to look at this one again. Not all of them have detail shots, some of them do. The idea is that when the atlas is fully sort of mapped, you can navigate through, and then you can take pictures. So you can, from your phone, you can navigate around, click on an area of the wall, and then take a picture of it and submit one of these detailed shots of changes of the graffiti or of something that's particularly interesting to you, and then it gets added in this way. And also, it would be nice to be able to navigate through these detail shots. You can see that where they overlap, there's a little bit of a funny thing where it's, which one goes on top. It would be nice to be able to sort of selectively view and zoom in to some of these detailed shots. It's nice to have all that level of detail, obviously, but that could be a better way of doing it. Yeah, so we have all of this graffiti here that you can run through, and one of the interesting things will be showing the changes to this wall over time. So there used to be, it's a graffiti conservation or preservation sort of archive, so it's trying to keep track of what's there before it's lost. You can see that there's a paste up here Bay Bad Girl, I think it was this one here, that's just been had this other work done over the top of it. They're both great. It'd be nice to have some sort of track of what was there before. And if you want to have a look, there's also there's the stuff down here. It's quite cool. This is all fairly new. So there's a few bits of the interface that I'd like to get your thoughts on. I need to think about how, so you can see that this bit's isolated out, how exactly to represent parts of the building that we're not interested in. Here I've sort of cut it out and put it in a neutral color. Here I've just cut the whole of the face of the wall, and there's bits that aren't really interesting and sort of stuff that's coming out that's not part of the wall. But I need to think about how to represent that. Oops. And still, that movement from here out is a bug as well. That I need to sort it out. Okay, in the mobile device, this navigation is a lot more intuitive. You use two fingers to sort of select, to drag the world around, so you can do your rotation and your scaling and your movement in one go, and that's kind of cool. So I'd be interested to know what you think of it and what your suggestions are for improving it.